Come, I am king to one. I am all I ever said to please. Who? Who am I am everything I seek to become. I am king to one. I am all I ever said to please. My love is my free. I am all the lights and the stars and all the bubbles on the beach. I am what I crave, because what I crave is me. I am the fruit from the seed. I was the womb, but the womb set me free. I came from the fire of past lives long gone. Don't look back. Your eyes will burn and you will miss important knowledge unknown. I came to help hold the line, and they thinking I came to reign. But my will and patience is what can change the game. Again, I came from the fire of past lives long gone. I am a flame. I am a flame. But I am rain, I am growth, because the fruit came from the seed. I said, I am all I need. I am who? I am you. Did you ask you? Who are you? Who I am is who I am, and who I be is who I be. And if you feel in the need to leap, you can lunge to your own needs. I am a believer of being free, including me. I am all I need to be in this now and the forever, because how I move is an intention. How I move is with minimum reflection, only for a reminder of who I am, which is part of who I was. I know. I am. But you are? I am. But you are? I am who? I'm the guy that is or isn't on cue. I'm the guy that is hesitant to be rude. I'm the guy who likes old and new. I'm the guy that is just me, not few. I am alive, and I am not. What is your perception? I am all the things you don't see. You have to feel. You have to breathe. I am... What were you asking? Again, who are you? Let me tell you again. I am pain and rain, sunshine through perseverance, the cherry on a butter pecan sundae, banged head and bruised heart, mental compass on point, like I am music and fusion. I am art, the traveler, nomadic historian of random knowings. I am mountains and valleys, thunder and lightning, fire and winter, activated to write, encouraged to speak, emboldened to free. I am, cause my people need me. I am here, that is who I am. I am now, that is who I am. I am present. I am doing. I am moving. I am experiencing. That is who I am. I am experiencing.
Greetings and good vibes, y'all. Greetings and good vibes. It's your guy, John Tell. That was actually me on my track. I have an album that is coming out in September. Stay tuned for that. Look, I know this came out of nowhere for y'all, but it's something I've been thinking about for quite some time. So I just wanted to share a little bit of it for y'all. However, you can go to circumstantialsaint.bandcamp.com and pre-order my album. $7. There is 3 tracks you can listen to now. It's already out there for you to listen to, along with my debut song, I Am Light. Definitely check that out. Now, tonight, we will be talking about Beyonce's new album, Renaissance, and we will have a special guest speaking with us tonight. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. I always forget to take that dang loop off, yo. I don't know what it is. I apologize. Welcome back to the Leon Block, y'all. We have something a little different for y'all tonight because I know I'm always talking about some hard topics, and it is a little bit of seriousness that we're gonna get into tonight about this. However, I know my guest. We've been friends for quite some time, damn near a decade. Actually, it has been a decade, I think. And so I know that everything ain't gonna be all seriousness. However, I want to give a big debut interview to my friend Corey G. Thank you for joining the show. I really appreciate you all the way from Bronx, New York. Is it right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So, Corey, tell me a little bit about yourself because I know you're also a very, you have a very strong social media presence as well. Is that right?
Yes. Slowing down on it, but picking it back up when necessary.
Well, sometimes we all have to take breaks, grow, and do what we need to do. Um, but I know that you do a lot. But I also know that one of your passions is music and all things dance, gay culture, and so I felt like you were the perfect person to talk about some of the things surrounding Beyonce's album, right? So right off the bat, I'm gonna just get to like the juicy, dramatic, salacious type of news, right? So I don't know if you heard about this, but in her new track "Heated," Beyonce changed the lyric that contained the word spaz, which is the
Yes.
same word that Lizzo received backlash for, and she changed her lyrics in the song "Girls." So my thoughts about this was I felt like she should have kept it. This is art. Like, why are we censoring? And I get that the word is a slur against people with disabilities. I get that. Um, I I know she's not gonna be on the street saying that word. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Um, I feel like the world is really sensitive right now to certain things.
talk about it.
Um, Especially like certain things cultural, certain things religious, certain things it could be anything, but I feel like growing over now to where we are in the world, it's more sensitive when it comes to music, when it comes to the words, the choices, the anything that you want to use. I feel like it's more of a cost to do certain things, to say certain things, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
no, it makes
Um,
perfect sense.
it 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 didn't really stem from anything in particular, but I think over the years of people waking up and realizing that certain things are not okay or certain things are not okay for them to speak on it. You know what I mean? So, granted, I wasn't too happy to hear that she's actually changing the lyric. I blame Lizzo for the start of it because any
Agree.
artist that puts out their work should stand on their work.
Oh my
But
goodness, perfectly said.
absolutely. But also, you have to think these are international stars that are making money. They're making millions. You know, they're selling their work. You know, their full body of work, and they have to please everyone. You don't have to, but it's good to. So
Right,
I commend Beyonce for not responding to anything, but
right,
taking action for it.
true.
Absolutely.
Those are all really great points, and I agree with every last word of that. Um, I do like we can't pick at everything she says and say I wish she should have did that. Like we're not Beyonce.
Hmm. No, we
However,
can't.
um, just knowing who she is, I think I don't know. Like I then the Monica Lewinsky thing came out, and
Oh
like
yeah, she. Yeah, yeah, no.
she look. That's what I'm saying. There, a line has to be drawn, and she bet not. She better not
Nah,
change those lyrics. She better keep it the way it is. Monica, sit your ass down.
it's too
And
far back.
that too, that too. That's another thing. Like the floodgates are not going to open just because she wanted to change a four-letter word. Like, and like I said, I get it. And like you just said, it's about being respectful to all the different fans that you have. Like, I get all that.
Absolutely, yeah.
However, with all that being said, she still should have stood on her word and the words that she put out. You know, originally put out.
Yeah, because
Um,
she changed the word from spaz to blasting.
wow.
So instead of it be spaz on that ass, it's blasting on that ass, blasting on that ass. And it sounds okay, but spaz did sound better.
Right.
But
Right.
at the same time, I do commend her for not even responding, just taking action and doing it. You know, like she didn't even wait no longer than 24 to 48 hours before she changed it immediately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. Big respects for Beyonce.
Agreed. Agreed. It's always about the way that she handles things. That I mean,
Hmm.
you can't fault her for that. I will say it's always the white people starting shit. Like I saw an article that Fox News on their one of their shows, they was talking about how she's basically a whore and a Jezebel, and
Yeah,
she does she really like dress like this photo right here? Why is she dressing like that when she has kids and she's a mother and da 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 da? So it doesn't matter who it is. People, there's going to be someone that has something to say about your
absolutely. Absolutely.
so all those people can sit down.
I always felt like race has a big thing to do with this.
Oh,
Because if
all
this was Celine Dion on a horse and a bralette, they would not give a damn.
talk about it.
They would
Yeah,
not give a damn. If this was Celine Dion on a glass horse, they wouldn't give a damn.
nope.
I promise you that. I stand by that statement because it's absolutely ridiculous how much we get body shamed, sexually
For real.
shamed for any little thing that we do. Anything over sexualized is it's ridiculous at this point. But hey, it comes with the territory of our artwork because it's strong. Our culture is strong. Everything that we do is strong. Every time we put out a song, a music video, it's strong. It's never something that's going to be looked over. You know what I mean? It's always something that's
Yep.
going to be looked at like with a magnifying glass. So definitely.
That actually brings me to the next topic because I want to do a breakdown of the different songs of the album.
Okay.
So the Beehive, whatever you call it, because I'm not a Beyonce, like I'm not a huge Beyonce fan. I love her, but I have respect for her and her artistry.
Mhm.
However, I'm not a buzzing Beehive fan these days. Just that's just maybe I'm getting too old, but whatever. Beyonce's seventh studio album, her first solo record in more than 6 years, is now here, and Renaissance dropped on the 29th. And with it comes a new era, chock full of pulsating beat, unapologetic raunchiness, and most of all, a strong urge to hit the dance floor compared to her like previous albums, which were very soulful and slowed down in nature. Recorded throughout the pandemic, Renaissance, which is just the first of a three-act project, was Beyonce's creative reprieve, and she wrote in a special message shared to her website about the head of the album's release. She said, quote, creating this album allowed me to place allowed me a place to dream. Oh my goodness. And to find escape during a scary time for the world. It allowed me to
Yes.
feel free and adventurous in a time when little else was moving. My intention was to create a safe place, a place without judgment, a place to be free of perfectionism and overthinking, a place to
Absolutely.
scream, release, feel freedom. It was a beautiful journey of exploration.
Something
And
to
she,
chime in on that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Beyonce, I felt with this album, she had a lot of fun with this album. I
yeah,
feel from like looking at it from an artistry's point of view, if you looked at it, she started and her team and her production, everything that she does is so smart because look how touchy it was for people this album. They felt like it wasn't Beyonce's best because she's doing something that she's, not used to doing.
it wasn't what
This
they
was
wanted.
amazing. Yes, this was an amazing step for her. One, because the times that we're in now, everything is more sensitive.
Yes.
And for her to literally put out an album like this is a gay album. There's no way
No,
that you
is.
can look at it from any other perspective. Beyonce fagged out on this. Like she had a good time. And you can tell from the feel of the album
Hell
that she
yes.
didn't care.
Dash day
You
to
know,
that way.
she just
Hunty.
wanted to have fun. You could tell that even still in the back of her mind for her real fans, songs like Cuff It, Virgo's Groove, and Plastic Off the Sofa, those are three, top tier songs for R&B listeners. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right. That
she
encompasses
tend
everybody. Those are the cookout tracks. Yeah.
yes, she tend to a specific crowd, but steered a little bit to please others, which I commend her for a lot. I
Yeah.
definitely would say she had a lot of fun making this project.
So hold on. What do you think about "I'm That Girl," the opening track?
Okay.
Because that has Kaya in it, right? These motherfuckers ain't stopping me. That's
Tell
Kaya,
these
right?
motherfuckers staying stopping. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I believe that is a sample from Kaya.
that's my
Um,
jam though. I like "I'm That Girl."
when it first started, I was like, oh no, Beyonce, what's going on here? But I think that's the reason why. I think that's the reason why people feel that way is because when it started, she started off in a monologue tone, like, cause I'm on that hoe. And it just
I
I
loved it.
feel like it was just her Texas girl way of talking shit. You know what I mean? And probably a lot of people weren't really used to that. It was probably out of nowhere. Like, is this how you start off your album, B? But once you get into it, you know what I mean? So I feel like
No, I said
if
the
she
same thing
would
to
have,
myself. I'm not even gonna lie.
yeah, if she would have started the album off with Cozy or Alien Superstar, oh my God, that would have fucked everybody up. But
Yo, agreed. Either or, yes,
either
agreed.
or, it don't matter which way you want to look at it. It could have been Cozy or Alien Superstar to start that album off. Everybody's ears would have been ringing.
Mhm.
But to put I'm That Girl and any other formation than it's in now would never work. It would have screwed up her track listing because I'm That Girl is like a stopping point. It's more of a beginning or a stopping point. You don't use that in the middle.
Wow.
Yes,
Great
absolutely.
point.
That's the reason why this
Yo,
song is top.
agreed.
Yes.
What do you think of Cozy?
Cozy is one of the best songs on the album. She knew
Agreed.
that.
Agreed.
She knew that. That's the reason why it follows up after I'm That Girl.
I feel
Because you
like
want to,
it
yeah.
gives straight people, black, whoever, a chance to like really like a gay themed song and beat without
Yes.
them really realizing it. You know?
Yes. And it's not even more of people, it's more so of women. Because now if you really
Yes.
listen to the
Yeah.
song, like she's telling you, I don't really think you want to mess with my sis because she's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
it's more of like a woman empowerment, but they don't even know that is a gay mantra. You know what I'm saying? That's something
That's
that we live
yes.
by. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Cozy.
sis that she's cozy, she's comfortable, she's that girl. Like everything that she's embodying right now it was well thought out, well put together.
All right, Alien Superstar, which is one of my favorites.
Top tier song. Top tier. Like I mean, one of the
For real.
most top tier Beyonce songs she's released in a while.
I couldn't
Absolutely.
agree more. I would love to see like some space themed super galactic, like George Clinton like video with all these colors and
Yes.
70s. And yeah, like I could oh my goodness, that like oh my goodness. But
If
yeah,
I
that's one
could ask for anything, I would ask that this album would have been the visual album. Like this album
me too.
specifically
Agreed.
would have been a visual album.
But
Like
again,
even
this is
five
part one of
songs.
three. This is part one of three, so we don't know.
Mm. Speaking of part one and out of three, I think this was a really good marking for her because Beyonce never goes backwards, if you know what I mean by that, right?
Right.
So, for instance, she put out a full gay album, like a full fagged out album, like
Right.
now. Now for Mark II, like I already know she's gonna take it R&B, she's gonna take it probably retro, she's gonna take
You
it
already
pop,
know.
she's gonna
Yep.
take it to one of those levels. But what I
Yep.
will say is, from her team's point of view, this was the smartest thing you could have done was to start off this way. So now the gays have what they want. Now
Yep.
you can please the next crowd with your other, you get what I'm saying, with your next piece.
Yep.
So such beautiful marketing, such a good
For real.
strategy.
For real. Couldn't agree more. So you know the next one. Everyone is like talking so much about the song. If you go on Spotify, it's one of the top tracks. I don't care for this song, but
What
I see
song?
why everyone likes it. Cuff It, track 4.
Oh man, that's the wake up in the morning. I'm on my way to work song.
I know I saw your
That
post.
right there. That's I'm getting up in the morning and I'm on my way out the house and I feel really good about my life.
Facts.
That's exactly what that song is. hmm That's the feel good party song. If you're at the cookout and the new Beyonce album just came out, but everything else is gay. But that right there, that's the cookout song.
For real.
That's it right there.
For real. What do
It's a
you
good wake up. It's a good feel of a song. It has such a good melody to it that you just want to do a little two step, even if you don't dance. You know what I mean? Like it has this good comfortability to your ears, especially when you play it in the car. Like it's a really good feel good song.
So what do you think of Energy? That's the song that everyone is saying she sampled Kelis's Milkshake song. However, where did she sample it? Because I've been listening to the song over and over, trying to figure out what line or part is from Milkshake. Like,
Well, you're never gonna find it out now, but because they took it off. But at the
really?
end of the song, there is a milkshake reference. You can hear like kind of a little bit of the beat, a little bit more so. But she credited Kelis, even though she had to ask Pharrell and them. I just think that was so like just bad, like bad. I mean, I feel like Beyonce's team probably didn't think too much, but they thought about it already. Because you could tell that they thought about it. First of all, they know that Kelis does not own her stuff. I'm pretty sure they know that already. And they had to go through certain other great links to get it, you know, cited off so that way they can use it. But my thing is I really do wish that Beyonce actually did give Kelis a call because it probably would have made it
Agreed.
such a good, sweet, a good nice way of saying, hey, I know you don't own your shit, but I want to use your stuff. I
So
want to at least something.
that's what leads me to my next topic and part that I really wanted to talk about. And we're going to really quick compare Beyonce to J Lo in the sense of parallels in their careers, right? Because if you go
Mhm.
back, and I know you're not as old as me, but you're a music, fashionista, and you definitely know your
Hit
music.
me.
Okay, so we look at Beyonce and we look at J Lo, and you see their careers and how they were literal like succubi and monsters, soaking and sucking up all inspiration. Not to say that they're not creative in their own right, but that they sucked up
Mhm.
all inspiration from fellow other black and brown female artists along the way, gobbled them up, pushed them out the way. Their careers was never able to get to a bigger point because Beyonce always stole part of their sound or technique or dance style or voice style to accumulate into her, assimilate into her, whether it was Sasha Fierce or Bay or Beehive or whatever it was, a part of her marketing skills or who she is. She sucked it all up. J Lo did the same thing. Now with J Lo, the difference with Beyonce and J Lo steals people's voices as well. Christina Milian, Ashanti, she used them without crediting them all the time, used their background voices, and didn't tell people that it wasn't her. There's a bunch of songs where she recorded other people's voices and made it seem like it was her singing. They didn't say featuring such and such. It was no, this is J Lo, right? And she's been doing that over the
Mhm.
years. She's been known for stealing sounds, all the nine. You know what I mean? Now Beyonce, Keisha Cole, um, Sierra, A. Marie. There's so many, and I'm not blaming her for Carrie Hilson because Carrie Hilson did, her own doings on her own career, but
Yeah.
a lot of these women could have had they strived hard throughout the 2000s, 2010s to really make a really good name for themselves. And I think if it
See,
wasn't
this
for
is the thing now. This is the one thing that gets me. And I say this because a lot of people paint Beyonce to be a villain. They
no,
have to
she's not.
understand that. No, no, I don't think she's a villain, like in particular. I get the whole aspect of it. Beyonce is Beyonce. She doesn't even talk. She doesn't speak in media. She doesn't do
Right,
anything but watch. And I feel like as an artist, you have these same options. You know what I'm saying? You have the same opportunities. Granted, she is such a household name that anything that she does, people are going to take and run with. So I can get why people feel like the stealing and the taking away and all that. But I say this to say that, like, it's a double edged sword because if you look at it, Carrie Hilson, A. Marie, they can access all of her things. You know what I'm saying? They can use them if they wanted. But granted, because of her name and who she is, there's no
but
way
I'm
of
saying,
justifying
okay.
it. It's
So, like
always
for example, like the 2000s, like around let's say circa 2006, when A. Marie was releasing her second album. First of all, her first album, her and the producer, um, had created a sound for themselves, and it was based around DC go-go music. You know what I'm saying? And she had brought out a sound. They together had brought out a sound to the world that people hadn't heard mainstream wise, right? So everyone was hot on A. Marie, right? Um, Why Don't We Fall in Love and One Thing. When One Thing hit, everyone was on it, right? And Beyonce was like, I want that sound. Like I need that raw, what's it like the
The
cymbals,
drums and the
loud,
yeah,
the
I
drums
know.
and the loud. Yes, you know what sound I'm talking about. So as soon as she used that in Get Me Body, well, no, Get Me Body was Swiss Beats. There was a song she did it in, but I believe it was on the B Day album. And if you listen to the B Day, yes, it was on the B Day album. Songs like Deja Vu, uh,
I get what you mean. Yeah,
Freedom Dress,
I paid
yes.
attention a little
The
bit.
whole
Yeah.
album was heavily inspired by that sound. And when she did that, her name was tailored to that sound by that point. So people like A. Marie, who even though she created that sound and put it out there, she was seen as the imposter by that point. And
Mhm.
Beyonce had brought that producer away from her, so she wasn't even working with him anymore. So she had to change her sound, and when she changed her sound, she no longer became popular. When she released her third album, it was a different sound, and people wasn't feeling it too much, even though it was amazing. Her third album was great. She fell by the wayside, and there were so many other artists that was the same way, like Beyonce, Sierra, same thing. If you look at Sierra's second album, she worked hard to make sure that she went into the pop realm, but staying far as different from Beyonce as she could, staying Southern, but not to making sure she was separate from Houston. You feel what I'm saying? Because she does have like roots there too. She was an army brat. But when we get to like her third album, she worked hard on that third album at a time when it was really hard to release albums in the industry and still have them out and them survive. At a time when LimeWire was really big. Do you know what I'm saying? And people were just ripping tracks here and there. It took her a long time, and she was supposed to be releasing a 3-piece album as well. It didn't materialize. She just released Fantasy Ride as it was, and a lot of the tracks leaked before it actually came out as a whole. My point is that by that point, yes, Sierra had established a sound of her own in a way that was different from Beyonce, but because of their looks, like Sierra has a lot of different things to fall back on, and a lot of different styles to fall back on. But there's always been comparing to Beyonce, the only one that has been able to stay high above that. And even though in early in her career she was compared to and like looked at as like a little young Beyonce or whatever, and because of her association to Jay Z. But over the years, she created her own right, created her own sound, stood on her own, and now she's literally the richest black female artist in the world. Rihanna has been able to stand on her own, and the only one that can contend with Beyonce in the past 20 years.
Yeah,
Really,
which is actually
who else can
shocking.
we say? Who else can we say besides Rihanna? We got Ashanti back in the day. Okay, so we got Ashanti, we've got A. Marie, we've got Carrie Hilson, Keisha Cole, Sierra. Um, who else?
We don't
Like
have any more heavy contenders,
Sierra
really.
Marie. There, they could have been. That's my point. Alicia Keys is even one of them. Although Alicia Keys wrecked her own right by being a quote unquote home wrecker. I digress. But the point is that Beyonce definitely, and I'm not saying again, she's not malicious. She really is a really good and humble person. It's more so the industry, and how big her artistry and her material and the image that she has out there has become. Her team of people, the hundreds of people that are involved with making her album, making her who she is, are the kinds of people that do this. Like for example, my girl Tinashe was releasing the Joyride album, and the title track Joyride was stolen by Rihanna's camp. And Sweet Teas, Tinashe fans, attacked Rihanna's camp because they were accusing Rihanna of stealing it. Rihanna had no clue. You know, Rihanna goes shopping. She has her
Yeah.
team pick out a bunch of tracks, and she picks them out herself. So like it wasn't her fault. And that's what I'm saying. Like Beyonce, it's not her fault either. So I just really wanted to make light of that and point that out because it's really important.
Yeah,
Um,
behind the scenes, it is a lot of things that do go on and happen. It's not
yeah,
particularly the artist's fault. It is their team's fault. But again, this is where timing comes into play at, because I do remember, and knowing this from the music industry, there will be a producer or anybody. It could be a composer, it could produce anything. Anybody that has ever written a song or produced a beat or sound or anything like that.
Uh,
I know that when they create it, if it's hot, whoever is the first to get on it, whoever's the first to take it, whoever's the first to do something with it is the person that owns it at that point. You know what I
Facts.
mean? So here is where the double-edged sword comes in for Beyonce, because now that you have a team that's as savvy as yours, you know what I mean?
Uh,
It becomes you're the bad guy, because now everything that comes out that's hot,
right.
they're sending your way.
Right.
And it leaves no room for another female artist to really branch out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, because
you
she's
have
been
that
in the industry for
sex
30
appeal.
years. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
been in the industry for 30 years, and you stack every single
exactly.
moment of those like credits and
Exactly.
stuff,
Exactly. And every aesthetic that she's thrown out. It could be the hood girl. It could be the classy lady. It could
right?
be the freakum. It could be the Sasha
Right.
Fierce. It could be any type of embodiment or any type of personality that she takes on. It's hard for other women to catch up, especially to be in that realm of being sexy without being Beyonce. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it's a lot, and a lot of artists have fell by the wayside, and it does suck to say that, because now we only have certain pop girls and certain R&B girls that are actually there. You know what I'm saying? Even still, now we barely have any at
But
all.
it's
I
not.
feel like
It's not Beyonce. It's the industry itself
it's
that does
not.
that.
It's not.
Where's
You can't
my
blame
Where's
Beyonce at
my
all.
Normani album?
Yeah. See, her team. Honestly, I think personally she has the worst team
It's the
right
label.
now. I think no, her team as well. I don't stand by just the
I agree.
label.
I
I
agree.
don't stand by just the label, because the team is who constructs and gets that shit done and
They're the ones
literally will
behind
make
it.
that shit happen. Yeah,
Right.
they're no,
You're right.
nope,
You're totally right.
nope. They led that girl to hell. They had so many
For
god
real.
opportunities to really capitalize off of everything, and they
For
just wanted to
real.
keep waiting. They wanted to keep waiting. They wanted to keep waiting, and the reason why they wanted to wait is because there's so many other artists that was doing stuff. You got Chloe and Haley as a group, like that's already a threat. Like you have Camila Cabello already; she's at skyrocketed high now. She's
But
way beyond
but
Normani.
these ain't the major issues. Look at the issue. Look at Beyonce. Look at Kelly Rowland. What is the difference?
They're dark. I know they're dark skinned women. I get it. Like I get it. But when I say this, and I say this to say this, you have to get in where you fit in and
True.
make it work. When Normani came out with Motivation,
Yes,
she
that was her
had
time.
a hype. She
Yes,
had a hype of that little black girl. And the
yes.
way RuPaul would say it is the way I'ma say it, that little black girl. She had the hype that could have been used.
Facts.
And I
Facts.
feel as though that's when they should have capitalized off it. But at that time, it was very sticky in media. Everything was crucial played out. They wanted it to play out like a regular rollout for a single artist. And you can't do that. You have to apply pressure with a black girl. It's more than that. You know what I'm saying? It's more
Yeah,
you have
you're
to
right.
do.
That
So
is so true.
it's so much more you have to do. You have to think about it like, look how much Kelly has, like how much work Kelly has to put in. Like now when Kelly drops a song, like we just go. Like when I heard Coffee, I was losing my mind. That was and then when I heard finally like the mix that
Oh
she
my
did to that,
God, I
that
lost
was
my
like wow.
mind.
But
I was listening to
again,
that on repeat for a month
again,
straight.
when you think about it, one was a pop-up surprise song. She
For real.
did preview it a little bit. And also one was a sample of something else.
Right,
So you
right.
gotta think about it
Oh,
like this. She gotta get in where she fits in.
speaking of that brings me to the next topic. And that yeah, overall, because I didn't think about that. Everyone's talking about, oh, Drake came out with the house vibe first. No, Kelly
No,
came
yeah.
out with the house vibe first this year. If you want to be frank,
Yeah,
that
she
whole
didn't
vibe
take it
from that's
far
from what
enough.
Robin S. That was Robin S. That sang finally, right? Yeah,
Yes.
That's
That's what I
where the
meant.
song comes from. She actually featured Robin S in the song, mind you. Shout out to be a little tad to Beyonce there, and quoted. She sampled Robin S and featured her in the song and gave her credit. Ooh, how's that?
Yep.
Whereas Robin S says she was not notified by Beyonce's sample on "Break My Soul."
No.
Speaking of, why is "Break My Soul" not titled "Can't Break My Soul"?
I think Beyonce has learned over the years that money talk, bullshit walks. So it gives the entity of I'm not even calling nobody no more. I don't want to have the issue with anybody. Let my team deal with it. I feel as though Beyonce has this very professional way, even though it may seem very, ooh, you should have did better. It's very smart because it becomes real messy when you have to contact people. You have to go through certain extents. It's a
Yeah,
lot. So if you have somebody, you say, hey, I want to use your sample, and they're notifying anybody on your team where your music is, that's where they have to get it from. They can't go through you if you don't own your masters, like Kelis. Hello. They can't go through you. They have to go through the people who own your stuff. So the team is who's reaching out. The people, their label, they're like, hey, we need the sample. We want to use this. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that she can do about it. But I will say this. It is a little bit shady. It does feel a little bit shadowy, but also it is one of the most professional ways to do things because it causes less of an issue. When the
yeah,
music come out, the music come out. It's either people gonna buy it, they gonna buy it. Now, what if nobody bought that sample?
you're right.
No. So
Yeah. So, what do you think about all the samples on the album and like the whole overall ballroom voguing house vibe that the album gives?
it was needed. It was needed. It was needed. It was needed. And let me tell you why. Beyonce has been praising everything under the sun. How to break up with your man, how to get back with him, how to be okay, how to be a good woman, how to be
Yes,
everything under the sun. And we are the ones that purchase her music. We are the ones that are here. We are the ones that support her the most.
since
We are
Destiny
the ones that
Child.
actually, yes, we are the ones that here. And believe it or not, she has fans all over the world, but her main fan base is a gay fan base, and she
Yep,
knows that. And this is a gift to us. This is a beautiful gift to us. This is a way of saying, hey, you're heard, I'm here, and guess what? It's a renaissance, and we're finna party. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the perfect time when she released Break My Soul. Like, the perfect time. We were in
break my
uh,
soul. Give me your
a little
breakdown.
gay month, like
Yes,
TikTok is booming, you have a lot of gays out, like, things is good, things is going well, nobody's dying, it's not a lot of massive shootouts or killings and bombings, nothing really happening. We have a few diseases and stuff that's running around, but you
right.
know, we're at a good point. So it's like a renaissance for the gays at this point. Hey, you could breathe. You know what I mean? Like let's dance. You know what I'm saying? Let's just forget about everything. We've been through COVID, we've been through a
Right.
lot. Let's just breathe. So I think this was well thought and well put together.
Agreed. Definitely agree. What do you think about now? This is one of my favorite songs, "Church Girl."
Oh, church girl will be touchy for somebody that really go to church, but when they listen to that song, baby,
Right.
you gonna want to shake something.
That's right.
But church girl is really one of
If you really
the
listen to it, you
marquee
can't lie
songs.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. The
It,
reason
it
why is because it has so much meaning.
yes, it has so much meaning. That's why it tugs at me because I can in a sense relate in some sense.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's that vibe. You can't help but twerk and shake your thing to that shit. But
Nope.
it also is very it has that gospel vibe to it. So like when I
And
first
it's praising.
right when I
Yes.
first heard it, I was like, I'm turning the track, and I did. I turned the track, and then I was like, all right, let me go back to this, and I listened to it. I was like, oh, I was vibing.
Hmm.
I was like, all right. Quickly, it became my favorite track. What do you think of "Plastic Off the Sofa"?
I skipped that song.
Ditto. It's not. It's not. It's one of my least favorite tracks.
It's a good song. It is a good song, but because I want to stay in this bubble that Beyonce has created, that song has to be skipped. Every other song gets played on that album. Listen to me here. Every other song gets played on that album. The least two songs that I do play though is well, my least three is
Mhm.
Plastic Off the Sofa, Pure Honey, and Summer Renaissance. Let me tell you why.
Really?
Um,
Pure Honey is my shit.
I love the song. Don't get it twisted. But I listen to Vogue beats all the time, and I love Kevin G's. But I want everything else that she has. You know what I mean? Like Summer Renaissance. Those are like all of those are like good songs. But I don't know this bubble of every other song on that album. Like I'm that girl. I skip that one. Plastic off the
What?
sofa. Summer Renaissance. Yes. If you literally look at that album and you count all those other songs, that space that she created, man,
Right.
it is something out of
Okay.
this world.
Let me give you my space real quick, and then you can give me yours. Mine's is I'm that girl, cozy, alien superstar, break my soul, church girl, move, heated, sick, all up in your mind. America has a problem, pure. And I don't even like honey. I just like the pure part. But my three favorites are all up in your mind, America has a problem, and church girl.
Let me see. Got you right now.
Breaking up just a little bit. Corey, you still there?
You hear me?
I can now.
Can you hear me?
You breaking up. You're breaking up.
Okay, pull up. Yeah,
Yep.
it's breaking up really
There
bad.
we
Let me
go.
fix that. I'm
There
not
we
sure
go.
what's
No, you're
going on.
perfect. You're fine now. You're good now.
It's good now.
Yep. So give me your rundown of like your cuts of the album and how you listen to it.
I can't open any other things on my phone, so I'm gonna leave that alone right
Right.
now.
Yes, because now you sound
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah, because I couldn't do anything. Okay, so my top songs. Oh my goodness, Energy. Um, and oh man, that's my song. Energy. America's Got a Problem. Heated. Boy, I swear to God, I can't even. Oh, I get so geeked out, man. Whew. America's Got a Problem. Thick.
That's my
Heated. Freaking Energy. Move. Um, like all of those songs, like All Up in Your Mind. Just those right there. Like I don't that right there
so
enough
I
to
love
set me
Move
through the
because Grace
roof.
Jones. Right. I love Move because Grace Jones is in it.
Oh
Um,
man.
but it's not one of my favorites. It is one of my favorites, but it's not my favorite. My like I said, my top three, and it's in this order: All Up in Your Mind, America Has a Problem, Church Girl. I
Mm.
have those three on repeat, yo. Like on repeat. All Up in Your Mind is my shit, and America Has a Problem is my shit. Like I can't stop playing those two.
My top three would be America's Has a Problem, Energy, and Heated. My top three songs. Top three songs. Top three. Them shits, it's so top tier, bro. I can't even fathom the way her voice sounds on these songs. Like at all.
For
That
real.
shit fucked me up. Like I play America's Has a Problem and Energy a lot. Like Energy a lot. Definitely. She did a
So
really good
okay.
job.
So what do you think of Virgo's Groove and Move?
Those are some of my favorite songs.
Yeah, what do you think of them? Like the breakdown though. Like
The
a lot of
breakdown.
people, yeah, a lot of people like Virgo's Groove. It's all right, but it's
Virgo's
not one of my
Groove
favorites.
is top tier. Like that's top tier. I'm
That's
surprised
the
that's
R and
not in
B
my
track.
top three, but that right there is like, yeah, that's shit. It should be in my top three. That's crazy, but yeah, because the Can You Come Over and it's
Yeah,
just the she just make you feel like you want to be in a disco. Like I
fact,
can't explain it. It's just
fact.
ooh, and it's crazy because I don't even
It
want
gives
to
me
pick a
vibes
top
of her
three.
early albums. Yeah,
I don't want to pick a top three because I can't
fact,
squeeze. It's those four songs. It's
fact.
Heated, like America's Got a Problem, Energy, and Virgo's Groove. Like Move comes right after. Like those five songs right there for me is enough for me to go crazy. Like if she'd have dropped the EP and just had those five songs for me, I'd probably I'd have been straight. I'd have been straight, bro. Swear to God. Like I'm cool. 'Cause this is a whole like I've never heard Beyonce like this in my life. Like in my life. Alien Superstar automatically, I don't even count
Oh
that as a
yeah,
top three song. Like that don't even
oh
get
yeah.
counted. That's
That's one
so
of my
top
favorites. Yeah,
tier.
real.
yeah, like it's certain
Agree.
songs in here that you can't even put into a label like, oh, this is my top. My nigga, those are legendary songs. Like,
Facts.
and so for me, it's monumental to hear Beyonce in this space, this energy, this room, this box that she was in, this Vogue house she was in, wherever she was making it at, getting her inspiration. Cause baby, she need to stay there for a little while. Cause I was excited.
All
But
right, so let me get the rundown of like move thick and all up in your mind as it says here because I like that. Move says move out the way. Queen Bey, Grace Jones, and Thames did not come to play on the bombastic reggaeton power anthem Move. The unstoppable trio commandeered the track from the moment they stepped foot in the club, boldly declaring, "I with my girls and we all need space." When the queen come through, part like the Red Sea. So Heated says it's all about the importance of knowing one's worth, both romantically and financially.
yes, it is.
The slow grooving track sees Beyonce at odds with a man who is testing her patience and
The
wasting her
ending
time.
of that song is ridiculous. Yo, I swear to
You
God.
right, you right. The
The
end of
commentation, like to hear
yo,
Beyonce
facts,
commentate,
facts. That's the
to
best
hear
part of the
her
whole album.
commentate,
The whole
my
best part of
heart
the album.
was on the floor. Like she
Facts,
commentated like I was at a ball, like I was at a
facts.
real
Yes,
ball.
she did that
Yeah,
so well. She did
and
that so well.
it was a like a memoir
I
to
totally give
Uncle
her credit
Johnny.
for that.
It
Yes,
was a
I
memoir to Uncle
totally agree.
Johnny, so I
Like
do
a lot, that's
appreciate
another
that.
thing I wanted to talk about real quick was the appropriation. People were saying that she's appropriating gay culture. No, she wasn't. She did an ode and she was paying homage. And when you do, there's a
Homage.
difference between there's a difference between paying homage and there's a difference between cultural appropriation. And she did the homage and she did it so well. And that part there showcases her showcasing her paying a homage, and
Yes.
she must have went to someone and made sure
When
that
you're
they taught her
done,
to do it the
she
right way.
had she did she just dropped the Beyonce, her and Madonna. It's the remix to, I think it's the remix to Break My Soul. So
What?
and that, yeah, she just put it out, so you can listen to it after we get off of here.
Wow.
Um, I gotta
Yes.
get dressed soon, yeah. But
Yes. Okay. So real
basically
quick.
the song
Go ahead.
is literally calling out all of the houses. Quick mention on that, like since you're saying paying homage,
Oh,
yeah, she really she did that. A lot of people see saying that she's basically kind of shutting down Saucy Santana's, Material Girl because of the whole nappy hair thing. There's a little drama behind this release that she just did, but that's for everybody else. But basically, in the song, she's basically calling out the house, like the House of Lanvin, House of Balenciaga. Like she's basically, giving love to all of the houses, and that's really appreciative too. Because, like I said, I don't think Beyonce is a culture vulture at all. She loves the culture, so she's gonna celebrate it because there's nobody else to celebrate it. And I think that's really appreciative. Like to see Black is King on Disney Channel, like there's little kids, like and little girls that can go and watch that. Like
yes.
that's amazing. Like it's not being a culture vulture, it's celebrating our culture because we don't have too many people to do it. And her voice is beyond heard, like all over the world. Like that's amazing. So I appreciate her. I commend her for all her work, definitely.
Actually, I appreciate you for putting that so well and explaining something that I didn't have the vernacular, the context, and the background and the upbringing to explain. You
Absolutely.
growing up in the Bronx, I felt like you were the perfect person to talk about this. And there were a lot of things that I would have missed that went over my head, but I knew, like, I understood, but not to the same
No.
understanding like you did.
Man, coming
Um,
from like where we are, music back in the day was so cutthroat. Beyonce, no, she's dating Jay-Z, one of the people that was back when Biggie and them was out. I'm pretty sure she heard stories for days about how
facts.
people got cut, music got taken. Like, so just imagine how she don't even say nothing. She just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
I
the
don't even
album
want
got
to
leaked
even
and she
smoke.
still handled it with poise. You know what I
With
mean? So like
yes, absolutely, absolutely. As soon as she went and changed and took Kelis stuff off, she put everybody's names on Apple Music so that way people could know of their names because she was already gonna do it to begin with, but she was putting out her album like the album was dropping. Like she already put their credits on the album, but she just didn't put the credits on Apple for it to say their name. So now when you see Energy, it says featuring Beam. When you see freaking Move, you see Grace Jones
uh,
name. You understand what I'm saying? Like featuring
right.
Grace Jones. Yes, like Beyonce's a real, genuine, sweet person. I don't think anybody in the room. I just know that her team is real savvy. They real cutthroat, and they all about their business. So it can give off shady, but
For
she's a good
real.
woman. Now I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much.
All right, so real quick, 'cause we got like 5 to 7 minutes. Um, Thick is definitely a club banger. Uh, yes. Uh, it says it's safe to say that Renaissance is filled with club bangers, but Thick takes the cake with its pulsing backbeat and alluring lyrics, which describe a lavish and sensual lifestyle. It's the anthem that will entice fans out onto the dance floor, wherever it is played. Facts.
Hmm.
And then
That
all up in
song
your
gets your
mind,
feet tapping.
for
That
real.
gay
All up in
foot
your mind
tap.
is my
Yep,
favorite song. No, seriously.
it
I
really
listened to
did.
that on repeat too. Um, All Up in Your Mind is my favorite, and it says Beyonce casts a spell in All Up
Yeah.
in Your Mind. She sure does. The hypnotizing, almost otherworldly track blends a heavily distorted bass line with robotic synths as Bae sings about longing for someone who doesn't reciprocate her feelings. However, as she notes, it's
Yep.
only a matter of time before they fall for her too. I try to get all up in your mind. It stops at a crime, and I'm gonna make you mine. She really does a
That
good
was
job.
one of my beginning favorites too, and then it's just like the other ones, like it just America's Got a Problem, and then it
For
just oh
real.
man,
Now that's my shit. The way that she
oh
paints the portrait of
man,
a lifestyle filled to the brim with sex, drugs, and all that money can buy. At one point in the song, Beyonce also shares she's got IVP in my bag, a reference to the singer's clothing label, Ivy Park, which is dope. All the pretty boys and girls to the floor. Pure Honey effortlessly weaves between genres as it samples drag legends, Miss Honey and Kevin Iviance's Cunty Wave mix alongside Mike Hughes, feels like, with Kevin J's Prodigy. I knew that was him on that shit. I saw him
yeah,
at Philly Pride, and he did a song, like he did a freestyle over Dolce's track. I think it was for Crazy, I think. Yo, killed it. And I didn't realize that's who that was until I went home and found his music. And I was like, oh my God,
hmm
that's him. I saw him in
hmm
person. And then listening to him
hmm
on Beyonce, I was like, oh my God, oh my goodness, I saw him. Oh, I saw him. That's a
yep,
legend. Like, crazy. Yes. So when you see that video of the two guys on the stage, Vogan, like doing the competition, I know you saw that thing that I posted on the Leon block. Um, Yo, he's in that video. Just really dope. So for anyone that, again, ooh,
can you,
yeah, you a little kind of. How about now?
yeah,
Say something. All right, there you go.
I can hear you now. Yeah,
Last track is Summer Renaissance. And it's like an ode to Donna Summer, which I feel like she keeps trying to do stuff that Kelly is doing. Like Kelly did that first, but I digress. It's one of my least favorite tracks. I do like. Look, I was gonna say it. I do like parts of the song, but I feel like she can't do Donna Summer like Kelly does Donna Summer. I'm sorry, she just can't.
mm, okay, I'll take that. Okay, okay. We'll take that. We'll take. I really because I don't play summer when a song comes on. I won't skip it, but I don't play. I
Right,
don't go to play it really.
right.
No,
Agree. Damn,
it's a good song, but I
it's a.
don't go to play it. No.
I totally agree with you. All right, we got to get out of here. It's like 53 minutes. Is there any last thoughts that you had about Beyonce, this album? What you want people to take away from this
Mm,
album?
ah, no. Just skip "I'm That Girl" and listen to the whole album, and skip
Uh,
"Plastic" off the cell phone.
I
Yep.
like I'm
After
That
that,
Girl.
it's. I feel like it is meant to be in the intro, and that's just where it need to be at. But it's a good
These motherfuckers
song.
ain't
It's just the
stopping me.
beginning
These
monologue for
motherfuckers ain't
me.
stopping me.
Cause
These
I'm on
motherfuckers
that
ain't
hoe.
stopping
Beyonce,
me.
what? That wasn't necessary. That wasn't necessary. Cause I'm on that. I'm dead ass. Yeah, Beyonce. That was not necessary. That was mean.
I'm
That was.
done.
I know it was. It was to be shady. Cause I'm that
Let,
girl. But you
let her
know,
be hood for a
I'm
second though.
happy.
Like, come on. Like
It
she
was
can't do
good.
that.
It was good. It was
I
good.
love
I
I
love the
love
whole
my life.
album.
I love my life and she encourages me to be myself. So I really felt this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. This was really a good album. I think this album, it's crazy because they just said NBA YoungBoy just moved out the way.
Ooh.
For the number one spot. Yeah.
Damn.
Lord. You know, the Beehive is finna go buy these albums like it's crazy. Yeah, it's given. We need our spot back.
We don't know what else. We don't know when these other albums are going to drop or what she's doing. We might get a visual album or something. We don't know. We don't know.
I wanted a visual album for this album, but I'll take any type of music video at this
I'm
point.
saying it's not for real. That's what I'm saying.
I'll take anything.
She didn't even drop a video for "Break My Soul." I feel like a visual album is coming.
Just last night she released a clickbait video, and it was we was mad. We was mad. She moved around for 4 or 5 seconds, and then it went into the damn picture. She told you it was clickbait, though. She ain't lie to you.
I told you.
She said, "Break My Soul," clickbait. I said, you know what? In parentheses, bitch. So, no.
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
It was
no,
good,
but see, that's what I'm saying. She's probably gonna release a visual album, so don't hold your breath. Just stay tuned. I mean, I'm saying hold your breath. Stay tuned for that. All right. So when we get off of here, find me the link. I'm gonna go to the credits. Seriously, Corey G, you are welcome on the show anytime. Thank you for blessing us with
absolutely
with your viewpoint, because you really do provide great detailed viewpoint. You are now a
thank
friend.
you. I might start doing stuff like this soon, but eventually I'll probably get there. I don't have the patience.
Well, you're always welcome on our show to speak your mind. Really appreciate you. Everyone,
absolutely.
You can find Corey G on Facebook. If you're feeling privy, if you don't mind, Corey.
Yes, add me.
Yes, CoreyGee. That is Corey G.
Yes.
You can find him on Facebook. All right, everyone. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you meditate on your path. Celebrate your being.
Love you all. Thank you for having me.
Educate yourself. Have a good one, y'all.
I'm supposed to go out now for drinks, so let me go get dressed.